We're up. This might be the only one that we can check out because I think he's going to tell me not to do this again. But now you can see the lights. So I'm just walking into town in Vang Vieng. A few years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, was the most unlikely party town in Southeast Asia, as it's in Laos, in a landlocked country. It is near a lake, but no one really cuts about there and parties on a beach or anything like that. So yeah, it's completely landlocked in the middle of the country, up north. And yeah, it's just, it was previously a raging party town. But now it's sort of struggling to find its identity because around 3 years ago the government came in and kind of got rid of the rowdiest bars, the ones that were misbehaving and encouraging bad behaviour, and also changed the rules on how much you're allowed to drink on tipsy tubing and the kind of offers that they're allowed to give and that kind of thing. As I said, this town is kind of struggling to find its identity. If you Google this town, it says it used to be a big party town and now it's marketing itself towards ecotourism. I haven't seen any evidence of that, to be honest. There's the standard go hiking in the mountains stuff, which is everywhere when you're in northern territories of Laos or Cambodia or anywhere with the mountains in Southeast Asia. There's going to be hiking trips. There's the odd electric bike, but it is still a party town. I would say, obviously I don't have the experience of 3-4 years ago, but it seems like it was a hive of wretched scum and villainy, to quote Star Wars, and now not so much. It's just a party place, and it's, yeah, it's really fun at night time. There's a couple of Irish bars that are really busy. There's a couple of bars on the river that are dead busy as well. Still a little dodgy, but not like it was before. So yeah, still a party town, just calmer.
I'm on the main street right now, which initially, the first couple of days, really gave me the vibe that this town is, it just feels like a Wild West town. You know, like you're going to walk into a saloon with swing doors and someone's going to offer to shoot you or something, or make you dance with a revolver. And I think the reason behind that is the fact that this town is a transient town. It's the stop between Vientiane, the capital city here in Laos, and Luang Prabang, which is a large city in the north. So it's ended up that way that it's pretty much there's one main drag and there's a couple of side streets that lead down to by the river. But this morning we are going on a river adventure. Most people here will rent kayaks and go on tours with life jackets on and a big group and a tour guide. But that's not really our style here on Jack Days of Cold. We'd rather do it on our own. So the other day I went around town, asked about how much it would cost to rent one on my own and go by myself. I got some strange looks and some confused people as to exactly what it was that I wanted. And eventually we found a lovely man called Jay, who has a travel centre / cafe here. He agreed to cut me a deal, which was one free iced coffee. It only costs around 25,000 kip, and a kayak for the day for 300,000. So that's a better deal than anybody else offered. So we're going to Jay because he's a nice guy. We'll grab a kayak, grab a coffee, get down the river and see what we can see. And we're going to have a look for any evidence of the old zip lines that led to, according to different sources, the internet says around 50 deaths per year. And the people here in the know, an expat that I had an interview with yesterday, Nick, who's lived here since 96, says that it got as high as around 250 a year.
The tipsy tubing, because obviously I've done it recently and it's very tame now.
Yeah,
it's very calm,
very controlled.
I'd heard rumours that the government came and kind of shut the party down here. The party's still quite heavy, so as I was doing the tubing,
it's not really heavy now.
Attraction.
It's a party town, but no one dies so much on the river anymore. Believe the government like to say it's about 24 people that died over 3 years. That's absolute bullshit. I saw more than that. It's more like 250. They had these crazy ass fucking jumps. One of them was a zip line that had this massive metal stopper
slide as well.
slide as well. That was dangerous.
Does the slide not
and
exist
sharp.
anymore?
No, none of it exists anymore. And that was always safe there. But the others, they just got greedy and started doing all kinds of crap. It just got too crazy, and they start giving out these cards for every single slide you did and every single jump and everything else.
Sounded like a loyalty card, so it's sort of
Yeah, a loyalty card basically, but you paid 10,000 kip for a shot of Laos whiskey, which is about 60% proof. Not a good idea, you don't remember anything. And they give you a little white band for every one you do. I ended up with nearly 2 arms full of them.
Do you get anything, like, say you fill the whole page with the stamps?
You get a t-shirt.
Ah, see,
And you
I
get
figured
the
there
pride
must be
of
a
doing
prize. Yeah.
A lot of people dying on these tips and tubing zip lines. So obviously they're not in use anymore. The government came down and shut all of this down and kind of tried to kill the party here, but didn't quite manage it. It is still a party town. It's just moderately safer. There's still zip lines that you can use unaided and unassisted and kind of unwatched at the Blue Lagoons. However, they are considerably safer than the ones that used to exist. And in the past, when you went on tipsy tubing, they would give you like an A4 loyalty card and give you a stamp every time you did the zip line or a cliff jump into the water. But the condition of getting that stamp was the fact that you had to have a double shot of 60% Lao whiskey before you got the stamp and did the jump. So obviously after 3 or 4 of those, you're not remembering much, and you're probably not particularly safe on these zip lines and diving platforms, which is why the government eventually had to come in and put an end to those kind of deals, because they were in fact, honestly, too dangerous. I'm all for risking stuff and on your own head be it. I like not having a lifeguard and not being told, no, you're not allowed to do a flip, you're not allowed to do a dive. But at the point where it gets to possibly 250 deaths in a year, it's a good thing that the government came and put an end to that. And the town is still party enough. So let's go CJ, let's go pick up a kayak, and let's go have a look up and down the river. So this is the place. RG Adventure Vang Vieng. Hey Jake, how are you? Yeah. Is it okay to film a little bit? Yeah. Cool. Can I grab the coffee and the kayak? Okay. Yeah? Sweet. Nice.
Jay is a man of his word. They're just making my coffee right now. I am honestly normally very professional. I turn up on time, but today I am half an hour late, so I'm going to have to wait another hour for the kayak, which is fine. I'm just going to have a cut around town and enjoy my nice Americano, and then head off down the river. Okay, so this kind of explains why it was more expensive than a tour and why people were a bit confused that I wanted to go on my own. I didn't realise we were going down in a tuk-tuk with kayaks on the roof. I thought we'd go down to the river and they'd throw me in on a kayak. So that kind of explains why the price was so high. And probably means if you want to do it, find some friends instead of just going on your own. So we're actually at the same spot where we started the tipsy tubing. I'm not sure if I'm going to go up or down the river. I'm assuming the guys are going to pick me up somewhere else, so I got to ask them where the pickup's going to be, and then half plan which bit of the river I'm going to check out. So we've just worked out with the fella there what time and where they're going to pick me up. They tried to give me a guide, but I asked very nicely. I said I paid to go on my own. I want to go on my own. It's more fun that way. It feels riskier and more fun to me, so it's good. Hello, pardon? I don't understand, sorry. It's a problem for me because it's not what we agreed. We agreed I could take a kayak myself. So this is a problem because I paid this much money because I want to take a kayak by myself. That's what was agreed.
I understand, but it's not the trip that I want. I want to go myself, and that's what I paid for. If you tell me yesterday, yes, you pay this much, but you have to take a guide, I would say no. I'll find somewhere else. Okay, I'll pass you back. If it's a safety thing, you don't need to worry. Like I am safe. I know what I'm doing. I pass you back to the bus. Yeah, here you are. Here you go. Challenging. He says he has to come, or I can go. Just me. Ah, for fuck's sake, man. Okay, I'm not overly pleased about this. They fucking lied. So you can see my kayak in the background just there. And my lovely guide that I was getting very upset about is just completely happy to chill wherever I'm stopping. So that's good. I was a bit worried that he wouldn't want me reporting on how this spot of the river used to be. But he seems totally fine, or oblivious as to what I'm doing. There's a small house here, which looks very tranquil, other than we've just passed the bar from yesterday, which is down that way. Not yesterday, from the day that we did tipsy tubing, just there. And here we have found the first of the abandoned zip lines. I'm just staring at it now to make sure it is in fact that and not power cables. It is. That is an abandoned zip line. So someone, quite possibly, may have died here. So try and be respectful, but I mean, people weren't back in the day. And by back in the day, it's only 4 years ago that they shut all of this down. And it's impressive how when you're tipsy tubing, if you didn't know anything about it, even I knew a little about it, but this was still almost completely unnoticeable. I'm going to climb up here, and our guide might tell me off. But I can already hear him shuffling actually. No, he's fine. It does seem like he's messaging someone else. I hope the Lao government doesn't turn up and tell me to delete all the footage. That would kind of suck. Is it too cheeky to get up there? This really feels not illegal, but just like I might get told off. But let's give it a go. There's a lot of bamboo here. It's clearly been disused for quite some time. I'm kind of glad I'm wearing my hat here. Getting back down might be even more of a challenge. See, this is why I wanted to come on my own, because now I'm afraid I'm going to get in trouble, but we'll see. Yeah, my guide's already on the phone saying this guy's nuts and he's going up the old zip lines. So that's not good. Try the stairs. The stairs are not safe. How not safe? Oh. Random spanner. Okay, we're up. This might be the only one that we can check out because I think he's going to tell me not to do this again. But now you can see the lines. Let me just check that this is all sturdy. I think we're good. And if we fell, it'd probably be alright. There's the old lines. Weird. As everyone on the channel knows at this point, I don't have a fear of heights. And there's the cables. And yeah, right down there you can see the rocks. So obviously that's too dangerous. I don't know why anybody would think that that was okay at any point. He's smiling. The guide's smiling. So we might be all right. Either that or he's smiling because he's just making it look like
he's not going to call the cops on me. But yeah, we can see some old clips here of people going on lines like this and really messing it up. All right, I'm going to get down now, and I'm not going to film because I'm worse at getting down than I am at getting up. This is not the most graceful launch anyone has ever seen. And Nom, my guide, was looking at me quite quizzically there because I was trying to convince them that I kayak every day back home so that I wouldn't need a guide. But fortunately, it seems like Nom's pretty chill. He doesn't mind what I do, so that's all good. I apologized for being a bit of a dick as well. Some kids running across the riverbank here. Savadi. Woo! I distracted the kid, he almost fell. He's all right though. We're just coming up here on stop number 2 on the tipsy tubing, and last time I was here, by the time I left, I was pretty turned, but not to the degree that people would have been in the past. I'm not even sure they're allowed to sell Lao Lao anymore. I don't know. I didn't see any there, that's for sure. I didn't see anybody drinking it. Mostly beer Lao. That's about it now. Beer Lao, a couple of ciders, and everybody's just lightly toasted, having a good time, going down the river. That's nice. This is a good time of day to do this. I don't know, perhaps there's no tipsy tubing today. Let's ask Nom. Nom, today, no tipsy tubing? No. You can hear people bouncing overhead. That big beer Lao sign behind us, that was stop number 2. This is great! And a bit faster here. Rapids, boys. You would have to be pretty damn strong to paddle up this river. I'm still looking for more evidence of old zip lines. I'm not seeing anything so far. I see a few guys in tubes down here. Wondering if they're just doing it on their own. Morning. Did you just grab tubes and come on your own?
We did go through a tour guide, a tour company, but yeah, they just got us up at their organic farm and they just said, here you go for it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and you just do what you want, stop wherever you want to.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's so good. We paid a little bit extra because we said we don't want anyone else.
Yes, yeah.
The whole fucking river to ourselves the whole day.
That's perfect. And then here I come bothering you.
That's good. That's
No,
fine.
play.
Nah, good, enjoy.
Yeah, you too. Cool. Thanks. Oh, I'm seeing something that looks like it might be an old zip line here. It's like possibly one of the old bars. There's a red sign here that says land for sale. Obviously, it's kind of upsetting for the some of the business owners that used to be very popular when this river had a lot more drunk people heading down it. The amount of death that was happening on the river has contributed to the vast majority of adult Lao people not coming on this river anymore. They sort of associate it with death. Obviously we've seen some kids swimming in it, but you'll notice we didn't see any adults having a dip that aren't at work, like our friend Nom, who's up ahead in a kayak there. A very English way of putting it would be that those 20 years have kind of left a bad taste in the mouth of the local people here and tainted the river somewhat, not pollution wise, just sort of memory wise. Try and show you Nom and also show off my incredible backwards kayaking skills. Oh, these were the rocks we were dragging our asses on when we were on the tubing. Going backwards right here was probably a bad choice. Look at this, bro. I wouldn't know if I caught COVID. I'm already a sick. Fucking amazing, mate. I'm glad I spotted that first zip line because it seems like they have effectively got rid of all of them on this part of the river for the at least. Right, we're getting very shallow here, so I'm going to try and catch up with Nom so that he can show me the way. As much as I said I didn't want a guide, now I kind of want the guide. I'm sure we'd have got through, but I don't want to damage his boat needlessly when he's already here. He might as well show me the way. Spit on the fake, believe us. Spit on the fake, brothers. You don't know the way. Yeah, it's pretty shallow here. It's only about 2 feet, and some of the rocks are popping out of the water. I think you just grate the bottom of the boat here, because this is the way that Nom went, and I'm still grating. Some fishermen here. I'll try and get a shot of them as we go. They're using a different technique to the spear gun fishermen that I saw the other day. Wow, that's cool. You just see them there pulling the nets out. Seems like a very easy way to fish. Probably not very sustainable, but when you're after food for your family, sustainable doesn't really count for all that much. It's worth mentioning, if you do come, don't feel like there's no zip lines at all. There are, they're just a lot safer and manned, and they're either smaller, over deeper water, or they don't force feed you whiskey before you go on it. We'll probably see some zip liners in just a moment. Should just be able to see some guy coming down the zip line here. So yeah, still possible to zip line, just much safer than it was. I'm really enjoying that Nom is letting me do my own thing and kind of just drifting in front. It's really good. I feel very bad saying I didn't want him. I'll give him a tip at the end. I won't film it because that's a douchey thing to do. Good deed of the day. Yeah. Ça va dit? You want to say hi? The camera. I think he's that bothered. He did say hi off camera, but then I think he's confused. So I'm like, I'm going to say hi again. I'm an idiot YouTuber, and I like it. Because now when I do weird things, people assume it's for YouTube, but I'm actually just weird. Now, is this old zipline or power lines? Place called Interzone. She's looking like aerial assault course / CAF. Quite a way out of town. I suppose you probably go there for your lunch if you've done the zip lining throughout the day. Now this is unknown for me. I haven't been to this bit of the river, so I'm following Nom. Was probably for the best I had a guide, to be honest. Having said that, I think I would have figured this out. Would I? Yeah, he's just shown me which way to go. He's a good lad. He needs a tip. It's got a lot faster here. It's quite fun, really. Nom's keeping a close eye on me, make sure I'm all right. Course I am. Course I am. Avoid the trees. And we're good. Ooh. Wow, I just saw the view that you guys have been looking at. That's beautiful. Shit, man. Should we have another good deed? Or is this a fishing apparatus? That's a fishing thing. Is it though? Must be said, you do spot the odd beer loud can in the river. But, I mean, it's honestly not as polluted as a lot of rivers elsewhere. It looks pretty clean. I was quite happy to have a swim in it the other day and I didn't get sick. Good deed number 2. Nom! There you go. This is an example of the other kind of tour, and you can see that half of them aren't even paddling. Reminds me of old style rickshaws, you know, where someone's running along with holding someone else, which was necessary back in the day. 100 years ago, isn't now. How can you consciously sit in a rickshaw and feel all right with somebody else pulling you for next to no money? It's ridiculous. It blows my mind. And 2 more prime examples.
Yeah, I just had a lovely iced coffee, got myself a Norma Pepsi. We've watched lots of tourists coming by, a lot of them not even bothering to paddle. Hey bud. And it's time to set off again. Let's do it. There we go. We're back. What a lovely little break. Let's see some more of the beautiful river. Sabari. Some guys looking at me very quizzically over there. I don't know if you can see them in the background. They really were kind of like, what? Why are you here? I don't know. Very strange. Maybe because I'm not on a tour. I'm not wearing a life jacket. It's unusual, but whatever. It is quite handy having a guide. But if you're a confident kayaker, obviously, I mean, you can tell this river is gentle. It's fine. If it's your own equipment, you might damage it a little bit, scraping the bottom, but not too bad. Got a trusty can of Pepsi here, in case my bloods go low. Ready? Hold on, I'll try and show the camera. I spin, but again, this is another country similar to Cambodia, especially here, more so once you get. We're still in a very touristy area, but obviously we're not right in the centre of the city of Vang Vieng anymore. And it does seem that once you get out of the centre, people are a lot friendlier, a lot happier to see you, and the prices in the restaurant and that sort of thing get a little cheaper. We've just hit a rock, but we're doing good. Yeah, there we go. You can see the eddy behind me there. No more signs of those zip lines, so they're either further up the river. What we'll do is we'll go and ask Nick when we get back exactly where they were, get him to show us on Google Maps. And if they are in fact further up the river, well, I guess we'll have to have another day of kayaking, mate. Sober, of course. I don't want to end up like the boys that tried to swim in this river drunk after the zip lining and died. That's not us. That's not a good way to die. It's close. It's not cool enough. When it's happened to that many people, a bit boring then, isn't it? I want something unique. Eaten by a shark on a mountaintop. Has that ever happened? I don't think so. That's the way I want to go. Maybe when I'm a bit more adventurous, a lot more adventurous, should start a new channel called How Will I Die? And just see how many videos of dangerous stuff I can upload until one of them never gets seen. My name is Jack. Welcome to How Will I Die? I wonder where the final stop was on the tipsy tubing, because this water is very slow. It's very slow flowing, so they said it took 2 hours after we left to get to the final stop. I would say it's probably around here somewhere. I don't know how much further we've got to go. I'm getting a little bit tired, but it's a workout, baby. You can paddle down the river and get tired, my G. You get a lovely tour guide with the same name as the river, which makes it hella easy, bruh, to remember his name. And you can tell everybody to come visit Laos. And even if you don't want to paddle, you can get one of these boats, bro. Hope you don't mind. Hope you don't mind paddling down. Wait. That guy got very close. But I don't mind.
I've got the skills. It's okay. We didn't get hit. It's all good, baby. Oh. Hold on, I'll turn this around. Quickly. Hopefully you can see the sign just there. End of tubing. So that is
The end.